the difference between a McDouble and a double cheeseburger from McDonald's? Are the patties fatter? Is that what it is?
Why aren't they focused? That's not good.
Look how the people gather round.
Hey ADHDers, welcome back to part 2 of ADHD struggle with food and eating. If you didn't check out part 1, well, what are you waiting for? Go watch it. Part 1 was about overeating. Part 2 is about the ADHD tendency towards unhealthy foods more often than maybe other people. So, why do ADHDers tend towards unhealthy food? Tastes good going down, but I always know when I've been eating too much crappy food because I start to feel crappy. Although my limited time window usually prevents me from remembering at the right moment that it makes me feel like crap. So my stomach is already super sensitive, so it'll just feel even worse. I feel really run down. I lose a lot of motivation, but yet I cycle into eating unhealthy foods anyways. Just like with overeating, impulsivity plays a role here too. So I'm hungry, something's ready to go, I know I like it, so I just eat it without really thinking about what it might do to my stomach or long-term consequences. You just impulsively eat it. Well, what foods usually fit those parameters? Unhealthy food. Chips, instant noodles, fast food. Unhealthy food is just usually easier and faster. Reward deficiency syndrome, delayed aversion, and issues with delayed gratification all make it easier for us to go towards these unhealthy foods. Okay, well. People with ADHD struggle to see in the moment the benefits of holding off and waiting and putting in the work to eat healthy food. And as I referred to earlier, we live in a limited time window, so it's hard for us to reference back to what happened before or last time, or even think about what might happen in the future. So we don't naturally think about those consequences that could come out of constantly eating unhealthy. Like remembering how crappy and bad eating a lot of unhealthy food makes me feel. And in the moment, not thinking about how I'll feel like a pile of garbage later. Instead, just going for the instant gratification. Healthy things can often require more steps, and this can be annoyingly overwhelming when you have ADHD, especially if you're like me and you really hate cooking. So following steps, and maybe following directions like from a recipe, all to do something that I hate and find boring. Can you imagine anything worse for an ADHD brain? Like seriously. And let's not forget about the addictive quality that unhealthy food has. Like I said in part 1, food can actually activate the dopamine pathway in your brain, and this is especially true for high calorie, high fat, high sugar, high salt foods. People with ADHD can have problems with addiction, and this is because we're chasing the dopamine that food, drugs, and even high-risk activities have. To be clear, you shouldn't be ashamed of eating these types of foods, and you definitely shouldn't punish yourself when you do. They're delicious, but having insight as to why you might be eating them at certain points in time, or why you might be eating more of them than usual, can help you realize a little bit more about yourself and hopefully develop better eating strategies. And this in turn can lead to a better overall healthy, balanced diet. Knowledge is power. So what can you ask yourself to get your brainstorm on to help you lean maybe more towards healthy food? What type of unhealthy food do you usually go for, and what's a healthy substitute for that? Like candy for fruit. What are some easy to make healthy foods that you like steamed broccoli? Maybe it's just me. What are some simple healthy foods that you can just grab? I do love strawberries. Apples are a good one too. Or bananas, they come in their own convenient carrying case. If you like cooking, how could you incorporate it more into your day to help with general motivation? And if you don't like cooking, well, how could you make it more exciting? And for me, while I'm cooking or even when I'm food prepping, watching TV really helps. I really like TV. I like laughing. It distracts my brain. It makes the cooking a little bit less excruciating. And I know it's Friends. It's always Friends with me, because who doesn't love Friends? Also, listening to music while dancing around makes it a lot more fun. Yeah, I might look ridiculous, but at least I'm having a good time. And here are a few tips. Some of them you might remember from part 1. Try using a meal prep service. Take time out of each week to prep food. Pick a day and a time and try and make it fun. Like doing it with someone else. Here, I can take some time to spend with my mom. It makes it a little bit more fun. We can chat and laugh while we prep some vegetables. Find other sources of dopamine to add to your life. Maybe there's some sort of movement you enjoy. Or just doing something that you find fun and interesting. Make prompts to remind yourself of future rewards or maybe even potential consequences. Like if candy gives you a stomachache, well, have a sticky note reminder stuck to the candy that says stomachache. That way when you go to eat it, you'll at least maybe think about it and maybe be less likely to eat the whole bag and instead just eat some of it. That's it for part 2. Stay tuned for part 3, Why Do ADHDers Not Eat? I'll give a little insight and hopefully a little help. See you next time to bring you more into the secret society of ADHD. Any thoughts? Be sure to leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the like button, and be sure to subscribe for more videos.
This is how I show my love. I'm playing it in my mind because I'm blaming on my ADD, baby.
Okay, this has literally nothing to do with anything. Or, I don't know, maybe it does. Maybe this is the most ADHD thing in the world. This is one of the many things that circles around in the back of my brain. Just low-key, just hanging out in the back all the time. What on earth is the difference between a McDouble and a double cheeseburger from McDonald's? So I'm gonna do myself a quick little taste test because they appear to have different wrappers. I just don't understand. McDouble, double cheeseburger. Okay, here's the McDouble. Isn't that appetizing, everyone? I think I have a little something. Well, in case someone's wondering, that pretty much tastes like what it looked like. McDouble. This one's fatter, I will say that. I don't know if that one just got squished in the bag. I'm not really sure. Are the patties fatter? Is that what it is? Yeah, okay, well. That 100% tastes better. That tastes so much better. So if anyone's wondering, the double cheeseburger, so much better than the McDouble. The McDouble is basically garbage. Back to your regular scheduled programming. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.